first message here touches on your heart. And I sense divine feminine energy coming through with this card. There's a masculine energy in your field that might have you wondering if you gave them the wrong impression. This thought has been on your mind for a while now, mainly because this masculine figure has a way of making you question how they're perceiving you. You understand that the person you're connected to is a thinker, and you may view them as the type who only does things that make sense to them. There's always a much deeper reason behind their actions. Because they haven't reached out to you, something is making you take a closer look at your own energy, questioning how you've presented yourself to this person. You might wonder whether you clearly showed them your true nature or represented yourself well the last time you spoke or were in their presence. Although you may be coming off as a bit unfazed by this person, the silence is starting to get to you, making you feel nervous. This is mainly because of the type of masculine energy you're connected to. I'm also sensing that this situation may be a first for you. Your energy is coming through almost as if you're shocked by this person's actions. Perhaps you're used to dealing with masculine energy that's more open, expressive, or easier to read. However, this particular masculine serves as a mental challenge for you because it's hard to understand their actions. This points to their thought process, as you prefer to know where you stand in your connections. You might take time and energy to study your person, not in an invasive way, but simply to understand their patterns and behavior. Yet, with this masculine, you don't quite grasp why they do what they do. Whenever there's a lag in communication or they hesitate to come towards you, you find yourself redirecting that energy back at yourself. It's as if you're aiming it inward, and that's where you seem to be now. You might have even reached out to this person, even though it went against your better judgment. The silence is very loud at this moment, leading you to think about this person frequently. However, you're dividing your time between pondering over them and focusing on your own energy, wondering how your energy might be affecting them as well. Whoa, okay, so the next message we have here is about a spontaneous awakening. Wow. For some reason, when it comes to you, divine feminine, this masculine feels the need to move in a way that makes sense to them. If things don't make sense, they have a tendency to disengage, which you can definitely feel. This reaction stems from how they view you. Whether you know it or not, you are currently seen as a trigger for this person. It's not necessarily due to how they feel about you, but more about what you represent. I'm picking up on a divine feminine who is the literal embodiment of this card. Your energy has this effect on people, catching them completely off guard. For this masculine in particular, you initiated an awakening in their life. What stands out to them is the way you did it. From the beginning, they have viewed your energy as spontaneous or something they cannot control. I'm also getting the sense that this connection might have started in an inconvenient way, or that's how your person would describe it. Every time they think about you, divine feminine, they seem to realize that every encounter with you triggers unpredictable changes in their life. Instead of reflecting on why this happens, they just see you as the trigger and react to you, rather than the situation itself. As a result, this person may come across as very hot and cold, especially in their temperament. One day they might be deeply interested, and the next day they could feel overwhelmed by how you make them feel, just by being in your energy. There's a literal, physical reaction to your presence that they can feel. If you've been wondering what this person is thinking or feeling, they may not have the words to explain it. Their behavior might seem confusing because they view the connection as unpredictable. This masculine may also carry a lot of underlying guilt about the connection with you, divine feminine. On the surface, they might appear one way, but the truth is, they spend a lot of time thinking about you and replaying the connection in their mind, more than they'd like to admit. The way your energy came into their life felt suspicious to them. Anytime this card appears, it signifies a connection that was meant to catch the masculine off guard. If this connection had manifested in any other way, they wouldn't have awakened on this journey. You'll know if you're in this kind of connection based on how your person responds to you. It's almost as if they're always super cautious or can only handle your energy in small doses. Every time they come in contact with you, you reveal something about them, whether about life or love, that they've never considered before. This is your purpose in their life. This energy not only describes what your person is going through behind the scenes, but it also describes your energy, divine feminine. You are the embodiment of an awakening. Every time you come into contact with your person, it's like they have to mentally prepare for your energy. You could be at the stage of your journey where you're focusing more energy on yourself due to how your person is responding to you, but it's only because of the deep effect you have on this masculine. Okay, let's get to the last message here. The message we have is, why did we cross paths? This question has always haunted them because the separation, I'm getting, happened in a really abrupt way. There's this heavy energy of rejection coming through here. This could be a masculine who may have rejected you in the past, divine feminine, or perhaps they rejected the idea of the connection being something different, something special. And this rejection occurred because of the way things were meant to unfold. Everything happening at this time is supposed to unfold exactly as it is. So, if your connection feels open-ended in some way, there's a higher purpose to it. I'm clearly getting that it's designed this way so that your masculine has more questions about you than they have answers. In their mind, it doesn't make sense. They don't understand why they keep thinking about you or why they keep wondering why they crossed paths with you in the first place. It simply doesn't make sense to them. Maybe every other connection they've been in was easy to define or put into a certain category, but they can't do that with you, divine feminine. Every time you cross their path, something about life or love just clicks for them. What's coming through clearly here is that you're not in a relationship with this person, but there's always been a deep knowing that there's a reason why you two aligned. Both of you are trying to figure this out in your own ways. Perhaps you've been measuring this connection in a very third-dimensional way, but the way this energy is coming through, it's divine in a very specific way. It's almost as if the things you both have been thinking about are about to manifest in a really unexpected way. This is a spontaneous connection, and something about your energies coming together heightens everything. I'm also getting that the dynamic of the connection is what's changing the way your person views you. Despite the gap in time since they've seen or spoken to you, and I'm even getting that for some of you, they've been in other relationships since. This is someone who no longer views you as a missed opportunity. Your energy keeps coming back around, and they can no longer ignore that. Deep down, they know it means something. So, if you've been wondering how this masculine really feels about you, they've been asking themselves this question nonstop: why did we cross paths? They can't seem to shake the feeling that you mean more to them than they initially realized. What stands out most to them right now is how they feel in your presence. This is someone who really likes your energy, divine feminine, and because of this, you might notice them trying to stay close to you, albeit subtly. This masculine might check up on you from time to time, send you the occasional text, or even watch you from a distance if they have access to you in that way. But it's been a while since they've physically seen you, and that could be the only confusing part for them at this time. The fact that they don't know the answer to this one question, why did we cross paths, is driving their actions. They are hyper-focused on finding that answer, and it feels like they won't stop focusing on it until they figure it out. The masculine energy in your life is deeply affected by your presence, although they may not openly show it. They're often quiet or withdrawn, which causes you to reflect on how you're coming across to them. This silence may make you nervous, but it stems from their introspective nature. You may find them hard to read, unlike others you've encountered, and this challenges you mentally. Despite the confusion, you're beginning to focus more on yourself, redirecting the energy inward, wondering how your energy affects them. Your energy is unpredictable and has a profound impact on this masculine figure, triggering an awakening in them. They see you as a catalyst for change in their life, which both intrigues and overwhelms them. The connection feels spontaneous, and every interaction reveals something new to them about life and love. Although they might come across as hot and cold, this inconsistency is a reaction to the powerful energy you bring into their life. Your presence causes them to reflect deeply, making them cautious but drawn to you at the same time. This masculine has long wondered why you both crossed paths, especially since your separation felt abrupt. They may have rejected the connection or downplayed its significance, but they are now consumed by this question. Every time they think of you, they realize that your presence reveals something essential about themselves. The connection feels open-ended and divinely guided, with a higher purpose unfolding. They can't categorize or ignore your impact, and despite the time apart, they keep returning to this question: why did we meet? Their actions are driven by the need to find answers. If you don't forget, then write in the comments about how your day went. I will definitely read it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe channel.